Alright, so I got white this game. My opponent's choosing to play the French defense, so let's come at it with d4. What should I play against it? d5, e5. I'm going to play the advanced variation, so maybe I get some attacking play. c5, c3, support the pawn chain. Knight c6, knight f3. Another good knight move. So these are just natural developing moves that have been played 1,000 times. Bishop d7. Usually queen b6 is played first. Bishop d7. I'm going to play a3 and I'm going to play for b4, which is the modern variation. I think it's okay here. Maybe f6 was a good interpolation though. b4. So he trades on b4, I do cb. This is basically the same as taking on b4. Gives the same structure because I didn't want to take with the a pawn anyway. So now I have ideas like knight d2, knight b3, and then I have knight c5. I also have bishop b2 or bishop e3, pawn f6. Makes sense. I don't know if it's the best way to play, but I like to try and approach this in an attacking style and play like bishop d3 and take with the e pawn and try to get some attacking play with that pawn on e5. Queen c7. So he's looking at knight takes e5 here. He's also thinking of that if he moves his knight, he might have checks on c3 and such. I think I can cover all that pretty comfortably with bishop b2. So I'm going to do that. Defends at e5. The c file is actually covered with my bishops now, which is kind of nice. So his queen on c7 may not actually make that much sense. Let's see. He needs to move the knight on e7. Needs to move the knight on e7 to get castled. I need to get castled. I'd like to be able to give a check on h5, g6. That diagonal in general is pretty juicy. My knight on f3 is in the way right now. This might be a game where we get to see a Greek gift sacrifice. After he castles, I might have bishop takes bishop on d3 takes on h7 at some point. So that move makes sense. Because I don't have the bishop on c1 anymore, I don't have bishop takes h6. So so knight to h6 makes sense. I think I should just castle. Knight f7. Okay. I'm just going to play rook e1, defend that e pawn. My rook's a little better on the e file than it is stuck on the f file. Pawn to a6. He hasn't moved the bishop on f8 yet, has he? I don't remember any move of it. Let's just put my rook on... I still haven't moved my knight on d2. So let's move it. Let's move my knight to d2. I said I haven't moved my knight on d2, I meant my knight on b1. Bishop e7 now. And let's play queen e2. I'm sorry, c2. I'm looking at h7. Possibly there are sacrifices here. Possibly there are just captures on h7. I stopped castling for a moment. Alright. So if he castles, he has to at least consider that I might do bishop takes g6 check. I'm not sure if it's good, but it's a little scary, so he's got to at least think about that. Knight h6. I do not get that move, and I am taking on h7 now, aren't I? I'm forgetting that he already played g6. Bishop takes g6, pawn takes g6. Queen takes g6. Let's go a4. I'm not quite sure what to do here, so I'm just pushing on the b file. Maybe I get b5 or something. Ah, I forgot bishop takes b4. But that might open up some new lines. No, that was knight takes b4. Wait, could you do that? Don't I have queen takes c7 now? Maybe he wants d3. Rook takes c7. Okay, knight takes d3, but I got more out of that than him. Now what? Ah, he's hitting b2. I have to defend that. I almost missed that. So he trades. Now I think he's going to play bishop c6. Does not. That feels really strong to me. Rook takes b7. Now I'm threatening all kinds of stuff, starting with mate on the back rank. Actually, his bishop's still on e7, so I'm threatening to take on e7. Maybe knight f5, g4. All right. I can take here, right? Takes. Knight h6. I'm forgetting my knight on d2. I need to use that. Bishop d8, knight f7, knight on f3, knight on d2, bishop on a4. I feel like I should go knight d4 and go after e6. I'm down a minute on the clock, so I'm in great trouble on the clock. The position is simplifying, which helps a little bit, but I don't know that it helps nearly enough. He might be able to just make hay with the a pawns now. Bishop b6 looks like it's thinking about that. I'm going after h6. I'm going after the knight on f7, I mean. So rook takes. King e8. And I want rook c7. Ooh, that lets him take on e5 and defend everything. Yep, he does it. Rook to a7, bishop to b5, knight takes e6. Maybe pawn f4 disturbs his bishop now. Now knight c7, king d8, knight takes d5, bishop d4, rook check, knight back to b4. I'm taking, I know he has king b7. I want just to eliminate his queenside pawns, and then I want to go after stuff. I just hung the rook, didn't I? Yep. And I was losing on time anyway, so there was no way that was coming off. That was just toast. Where did I go wrong back here? There had to be a win somewhere. Somewhere. here. I mean, I should be winning just after takes on f7, but I mean takes on h7. I don't know if I had something better over here. Knight d4 seems to make sense. King here. Maybe the right solution was here to play pawn f4 and then knight f3 and then knight g5. That really feels like it puts black in a bind. But one thing I have to watch out for is that my rook on h7 is getting cut off from the queen side.